how we can use a pointer in the loop. For understanding this, let me take this program where I have the array of integers. So, I have the array of 10 integers here. Alright, and the values of these array elements are numbered from 1 to 0. Now, I have the integer pointer called as last. Last is the name of the pointer, and I am storing the address of, see, the address of this element. What is this element? A9. A9 means the last element. So, if I index it 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 9. So, address of this element, whatever be the address, let us give some dummy addresses here, starting with, let us say 500, 501, sorry 502, let me take. Integer we will consider of 2 bytes. 504, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 518. Alright. Now, once so what is this expression? This expression is nothing but 518, and that 518 is going to be stored in the variable last. So, nothing but this is pointing to this element in the array. Now, there is another pointer named P, which is initialized to null. Now, when I initialize to null means actually all the zeros are stored in this memory location of P. Alright. So, simply for understanding purpose, I will give it the null value. Now, here is a for loop. P is equal to A. Now, A, what is the A? You see, A is the name of the array, and we have learned name of the array itself is a constant pointer. So, along with this data, I have one more pointer which you have not declared directly, but this will be introduced by the compiler when you compile it. Alright. So, I have the A pointer. Let me draw it above. Okay. So, here is my A pointer. And what the name of the array, that is this constant pointer, will hold? This will hold the start address of the array elements. So, that is how the 500 is stored in the variable A. Now, here is the statement A, P is equal to A. What is the value of A? Not value at A. I am saying value of A, that is 500. 500 will be stored in the variable P. So, this will be replaced by 500. Alright. Now, the next statement in the for loop is the comparison. P less than or equal to last. So, this is the comparison of two pointers, and the comparison of two pointers is allowed operation. It is a legal operation. So, P, what is the value of P? 500. 500 less than or equal to last. what is the value of last? 518. So 500 is less than or equal to 518. The condition is true. That's why the control will come inside the for loop. Let me write the output here. What it will print? Printf value at that address. Value at that address. Okay. So it is a dereference operator here. So I can say what is the value of P. The value of P as of now is 500. So we can rewrite this statement like this. Value at 500. What is the value at 500? That is 1. So 1 will be printed here. Alright, pretty simple. Now let's this is the for loop ends here. So go back again here. This is the next statement after when the after the closing curly bracket of for loop, this statement gets executed. Now it is P++, incrementing the pointer basically. So what is P? 500. 500 and plus 1. Again, it is not 501. It is 502. Why? Because what is the type of this pointer? That is integer. Integer takes 2 bytes as per my assumption. Okay. So that's why it will become 502. Alright. Now again the comparison. 502 less than or equal to last. Yes, it is less than or equal to print. What is the current value of P? That is 502. So print the value at this address. What is the value at this address? That is 2. Alright. Now again P++. So P++ this will become 504. So basically the next element, print all the elements one by one, isn't it? And 504 less than or equal to 518. Yes, again. So that's why 3 will be printed. Again, this will be modified. 506. 4 will be printed. So let me put the address here, 516, isn't it? So eventually it will reach to 516. So 9 will be printed. Alright. One more time, P++, that is 518. 518 is less than or equal to the 518. The value of last is 518. Both matches. The condition is true. Again print the last value, that is 0. One more time the control will come here. P++. Now P++ becomes 520. 520 less than or equal to 518. The condition is false. And that's how the loop will break here. Alright. So this is how so in this we have learned I can initialize the one pointer to another. I can compare the 2 pointers. I can increment the value of 2 pointers. Okay. So there can be many ways of writing the loops using the pointers. I can keep this expression as blank and move this statement below the printf. That also I can do, isn't it? You can same thing you can achieve with the help of while loop also. Alright. You can simply write a condition while P less than or equal to last. P less than or equal to last. So do the work whatever you want to and then just do P++. Alright. Of course, this statement you have to move above the while loop. So P is equal to A you have to do. So initialization of the P variable, condition and increment, and again this loop will keep on going. So same thing I can do with the help of while loop also. Alright.